So yes, today's topic is, are microorganisms useful? So scientifically, the answer is yes, that of course microorganisms are useful. Now, how they are useful to us? Now, I know that most of you will get confused over here because as bacteria are harmful for human health. And still I am saying that yes, microorganisms are useful. Why am I saying so? Because not all the bacteria are harmful for human being. ठीक है? जितने भी bacteria हैं वो सारे harmful नहीं है. For example, these are the useful microorganisms. All right, there are many microorganisms, out of which these are the four which are useful for humans and for the and for the animals and plants. ठीक है? All the living beings, these four are useful, and the four which are very useful are bacteria, ठीक है, fungi, protozoa, and algae. These four are the most useful out of all of that. ठीक है? Now bacteria में भी हम सारे bacteria को include नहीं करेंगे. There are many types of bacteria, out of few are useful, because of course every type of bacteria cannot be useful for us. Our food, our raw food, they get germed up, उसके ऊपर bacteria लग जाते हैं. Definite सी बात है, वो वाले bacteria हमारे लिए useful हो ही नहीं सकते. But over here when I'm saying that yes, these are useful, so bacteria, yeast can be example out of that bacteria. ठीक है? From those bacteria, जितने भी bacteria थे उसमें yeast example हो सकती है, that it is useful. Now why it is useful, as you all know, we have discussed previously as well, that yeast can be used in bakeries, ठीक है, and it can be used in breads to make it fluffier, ठीक है. Bubbles inside the holes, bubbles and holes inside the bread that you see, and dough of pizza, and all the bakery items, that is there, and it emits because of yeast only. So of course it can be useful for us. Now microorganisms which are useful in and used by. All right, over here it is one dichotomous key in which it is written that these are the useful organisms, right? Now these useful organisms are used by people to make food and medicines. All right, these four organisms that I have shown you in the previous picture, that was protozoa, bacteria, and fungi. These are useful, and these are used by people in order to make food and medicines. ठीक है? These can be used in food and medicines. आपने बहुत सारी medicines में भी देखा होगा, उसमें protozoa होता है. That is actually a bacteria. ठीक है? And it is used in ecosystem. Now what is an ecosystem? The world system, in according to which the world is going. जिस तरह से हमारी world चल रही है, जिस तरह से हम अपनी time spend कर रहे हैं दुनिया में, and how the system of work is actually going, that is your ecosystem. And in your ecosystem, it rolls in decomposing to recycling nutrients. Now, what do we mean by decompose? Decompose means to kill or to destroy something in order to get a new one. ठीक है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हमारे जब एनिमल्स की डेथ हो जाती है, इनकी जो बॉडी रहती है वो डिकम्पोज हो जाती है. हम अपने हर एनिमल को बरी नहीं करते. People who have pets, they can bury the pets, but all the raw animals that you see on the streets, they are not buried by the people. But once what happened, as they die, so after few time, after few weeks, after a month, और मे बी इससे भी कम टाइम में, their body decomposes, and it is utilized by soil, and because of it the soil get enriched, it gets all the nutrients, and then your soil gets even much more nutritions, and even much more beneficial for you to plant your trees on it. All right, so these are the meaning of decomposing. ठीक है? And this is how it works. And recycling nutrients, हमारे जो nutrients होते हैं उनको recycle करते हैं, like हम उसको reuse करते हैं. ठीक है? Now this is all because of these useful microorganisms. Now some of the uses of these microorganisms are here. Yes, now microorganisms are used for preparation of milk products. All right, all the milk products that you have, your dairy products, or I can say it is useful into that. Now how is it useful into that? Because I'm going to show you one video, and in that video you are going to see everything, all of these points in detail. Yes. Now number 2, for making bakery products. ठीक है? Your dairy products, your bakery products, commercial use of microorganisms. There are also commercial use, like आपकी जो रोजमर्रा की चीजें, the things that you use in your daily lives, it is also used into it. Then the medical use of microorganisms. ठीक है? आपकी medicines में भी चलते हैं ये. Then it is used as vaccines. ठीक है? For increasing soil fertility, as I've just explained you, the process of decomposing. ठीक है? And for cleaning up the environment. It is also used for cleaning up the environment. आपने देखा होगा जब हमारा डेंगू वायरस आया था, तो हमारे घरों के पास टीम्स आ रही थी, and they used to disinfect us, right? How do they disinfect us? By spraying a kind of bacteria in our lanes or in our houses. Now what was that? That was also your microorganisms, ठीक है? But that was useful for human beings. हमारे लिए useful था ना, उसकी वजह से जितने भी हमारे मॉस्किटोज होते थे उनकी डेथ हो जाती थी, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट वी कैन सर्वाइव, ठीक है, एंड वी आर नॉट अफेक्टेड बाय द डेंगू वायरस. So these are all the useful of, sorry, these are all the uses of microorganisms. Yeah. So over here also they are telling us the different uses of microorganisms, that it is an important decomposer. They break down dead and waste matter into simpler substances, which are the nutrients for plants. All right. Now, what are the dead substances? The flesh of dead animals. Okay. It is useful for your soil. It is the nutrients of a planted soil. You can plant your trees into that soil, which is nurtured by the flesh of an animal. All right. This is going to be the most effective kind of a soil, the loam soil, I must say. ठीक है, जिसके अंदर animal flesh होता है. Then over here, human beings have also used microorganisms to do different things. For example, in our edible items and in other technical use as well. ठीक है, in an industrial use as well through the process called biotechnology. Now, in today, biotechnology is used in the production of food such as bread, yeast, cheese, and yogurt, the manufacturing of मेडिसिन सच एज एंटीबायोटिक्स. ठीक है, अब हमारे पास जो हमारे एंटीबायोटिक्स की मेडिसिन होती हैं, हाउ आर दे यूज्ड, हाउ आर दे मैन्युफैक्चर्ड बाय इंक्लूडिंग सो मेनी बैक्टीरियाज इनटू इट. ऑलराइट, वेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट सच एज सेवेज ट्रीटमेंट, क्लीनिंग अप ऑयल स्पिल्स. हाउ डू यू क्लीन अप योर ऑयल्स एंड हाउ डू यू क्लीन द पूल वाटर? आई हैव एक्सप्लेन यू इन अर्लियर क्लासेस आल्सो कि अगर हम अपने पूल के अंदर जहाँ पे भी पूल्स होते हैं, स्विमिंग पूल्स होते हैं, if you are not going to disinfect us, what will happen after a few time, after a few days, you are going to see a lot of algae on it. ठीक है, algae is a bacteria, it is a virus that you going to see it onto the pool. It is green in color. आप लोगों ने देखा होगा कभी हम फार्म हाउस पे भी जाते हैं, उस पे ग्रीन ग्रीन कलर के चारों तरफ होते हैं साइड साइड में, that is algae. And in order to clean it and in order to disinfect it, there are different decomposers and there are different cleaners. Those are in the shape of bacteria, and it is hence those bacteria are useful for human beings, because if we are not going to disinfect the pool water, what will happen? We can be allergic, okay, and we can be affected by different skin diseases. So this is the reason that these are important.
Jessie's mother asked her to eat some yogurt, but Jessie doesn't like yogurt. Mother tells Jessie, "It's very good for your health because it contains good bacteria." Jessie replies, "But my teacher says bacteria are harmful." Mother explains, "Not all bacteria are bad. The bacteria in yogurt are useful. Useful microorganisms like yeast and bacteria are used to make different foods. Yeast is a type of fungus used in baking. When yeast is added to the dough, it breathes and makes the dough rise. The dough is baked to make bread. Bacteria is commonly used in the processing of milk into cheese and yogurt at home. Bacteria are added to ferment milk and they make milk harden, hence producing cheese. Yogurt cultures contain bacteria which ferment the milk into yogurt. Yogurt has many health benefits. Malaysian local foods such as tempeh and tapai are made using a type of fungus commonly known as yeast. Tempeh is a rich source of vegetable protein as it is made from boiled soybeans. Tapai is made by fermenting cooked sticky rice with yeast. Microorganisms are also used to produce vaccines and antibiotics. Vaccines contain weak or dead bacteria or viruses. Vaccines increase a person's immune system. Most antibiotics are made from bacteria or fungi. Antibiotics help to treat infections caused by bacteria. Bacteria break down big organic substances to become smaller and simpler compounds. Decomposed wastes are mixed with grass or sawdust to make natural organic fertilizers. These compounds return to the soil as nutrients. Microorganisms are also used to treat sewage and destroy harmful wastes in sewage treatment plants. This is important to humans as we need a clean environment and water.